Hi there, Loy Macedo. Speaking to you from loymacedo.com. Who is Loy Macedo and Think Personal Branding? All right, today's edition, I'm going to speak to you about Dubai airport shutting down. You have a Dubai-based businessman who has been fined in India. I'll give you my analysis about Imran Khan's speech. Also, the news link about why Emirates cut down its orders for A380 and why Airbus is shutting it down. I'll give you the actual numbers. Then there is a new scam that is taking place in Dubai. In terms of readers, many of them have sent me inside information of companies, which I'll be sharing it with you. Also, there is a loophole in the system where you can take money from UAE and not get punished. I'll give you my thoughts on that. And finally, I got a few readers asked me a couple of questions, which I'll also be addressing. As always, if you want specific topics, check the timestamp down below. I break down my entire video minute by minute. So let's quickly move in. Now, the first one is a rogue drone shuts down the third busiest airport in the world, Dubai International Airport, report on February 15th. I checked on gizmodo.com and Khaleej Times. So it seems that Dubai airport was shut down for 30 minutes delay due to an unauthorized drone activity. It was shut down between 10:13 a.m. and 10:45 local time. Like I said, if you are going to travel, the last thing you need is having the risk of something hitting your airplane. So anyway, that was the news that was in Dubai. Now here you have a Dubai businessman who has been fined. It seems that the enforcement directorate, it has slapped around 43 million US dollars on a Dubai-based businessman whose name is, as per this report, CC Thampi, who is considered to be a close friend of the Sonia Gandhi family under the Foreign Exchange Management Act of FEMA. So, about CC Thampi, as per this report, it seems he's a rags to riches story. He landed in Ajman as a bar attendee, started getting engaged in illicit liquor trading, and that is where he got the nickname Kalu Thampi. He entered into the hotel business and liquor wholesale business, channeling ship channeling and oil bunkering business. Then he runs a hotel chain, and he also runs an engineering college back in India, which is called Tejas Engineering College. He also has a restaurant chain in UAE, very popular one called Nalu Kettu Group of Restaurants. Other companies are Holiday Beach Club, Seaview Marine, Holiday Arabian Resort, Holiday Rent-A-Car, Holiday Marine Services, Holiday Duty Free, Uniglobe Trading, Al Khalij Tire Factory, and in Russell Khemai runs a media service. So, my personal view about this is there might be a political undertone to this. If you are affiliated with one political party and you're supporting them, maybe the other political party doesn't like it. So that is why he has been bought into this, because as far as I look at it is there are so many NRIs, non-resident Indians, who are doing lots of businesses, who are using loopholes in lots of areas. We're not catching all of them. We're just selectively catching whomsoever we like. So for me, this report is more or less, instead of stating that this ex-gentleman was caught, I look at it as due to politics, they have cherry-picked who they want to crucify and the rest they leave. Because if you actually look at it, I think there are lots more politicians, lots more people out there who show that they are very clean outside, but they're doing lots of stuff that people know, but they're not talking about. So that is as far as Dubai-based businessman getting fined. Now, you have been hearing this Imran Khan speech, and he has been proving to be the great ambassador for Pakistan, going all around, inviting investors. You have Dubai investing billions. You have Saudi investing now billions. And he arrived in Dubai for the World Summit, and he gave a great speech. So he said, don't miss the boat. I've learned my lesson in sports. You only lose when you give up. Then he gave words sentences like, in the 20 years of my cricketing career, I've seen very talented players, but they did not succeed because they had a fear of losing. You have to take risks to succeed. I've learned from my mistakes and never gave up. No society or country can make progress without improving governance, ensuring accountability, and checking corruptions. Now, I read different parts of his speech. Um, Really great stuff. What he said is Pakistan has arrived. Okay, now what I want you to understand is, like Obama, uh, Imran Khan is also very good at delivering speeches. He has great body language, he has great experience, he is charismatic, and people love to listen to such leaders talk. However, what you need to understand is they have a good team of advisors who pen very powerful words thanks to a speech writer. I have been a professional speaker, so I know the importance of having a very good speech writer. And when you have fancy terms, really great vocabulary, and where you're able to camouflage the existing problems and hype things up, like Obama said, change, we believe in, and hope, and all those big words. And but in the end, if you actually look at it, there's no difference between Obama and Trump. There's no difference between all the politicians who have come before and who will come in the future. So in terms of Pakistan, I just look at it as really amazing rhetoric, really amazing speeches, great speech writers, amazing charisma. End of the day, we need to see the results. For me, the proof is in the pudding, not in all this hype. Right now, there is tremendous hype, and Imran Khan is doing his best to show himself and position himself as this amazing leader who's going to bring about change. Personally, I just look at this as feel-good speeches. He has a massive, huge, tremendous challenge up ahead. And you're talking of changing other people. If you want to know, if you want to have first-hand experience, because I've been a professional trainer and coach, I challenge you to try change somebody. Try and change somebody. Okay, anybody in your family, try and change that person. Try and change a teenager. Try and change a college student. Try and change your mother and father. Try to change your friend. Spouses try that. They want to make their spouse even better. And ask yourself, in all these cases, how far do people succeed? How far do they actually succeed in making permanent changes? It's like you trying a new diet. It's like you trying a new exercise. There might be 1 million people who will try it, out of which maybe 10% would achieve success, within the first 6 months or 1 year. And out of the 10%, maybe hardly 1% would stick to the lifestyle change permanently. The rest, everyone, they just give up. So you ask yourself how many times you have made New Year resolutions, how many times you have told and informed the world, I'm going to change, new person, new year, and you feel. So just magnify this for an entire country of people, behaviors, beliefs, and lifestyles. So these are my thoughts with regards to Imran Khan and his changes. Now, let's move on to Emirates 380 and Airbus. You have different websites. You have airbus.com, you have gulfnews.com, you have national.ae, you have arstechnica.com, all of them talking about the fact that Emirates cancelled its A380, and because of which Airbus now lost one of its biggest customers to buy A380s, and now they are going for alternate, that is better cost-effective bodied aircrafts. Now, if you read the article, it would not make much sense. So I did a bit of research in terms of numbers. Now, here are the numbers. Consider this. This, for example, is a A380, okay? And this is a 747. Now, I'll give you the numbers. A380 cost $455 million to make, while 747 costs $400 million. So there is hardly any difference. But this one, A380, can carry 853 passengers. So there's a lot of revenue. While 747 is only 467. So A380 is double. So if you look at business, in terms of business, this aircraft is much better. Why? It can take a lot more passengers. You can make a lot more profit. So when you're going from A to B, you're making double the profit of this aircraft. This was the plan that Emirates had. Okay, I hardly have to spend, little more money, but this one I can double my profit. That is what Emirates Airlines thought. And this is the problem of positive thinking or speculative thinking. Why? Because what they realized after purchasing the aircraft, number one is this one, which is double the capacity, it is harder to fill because you need to have 800 passengers to fill, while this one is only 400. Now, the second part is you need at least 70% of the aircraft full if you have to make this aircraft a profit, while this one you can manage even lesser. The biggest problem which Emirates Airlines discovered, or any airline discovered after they purchased the A380, while 747 cost only $3,000 an hour in terms of its actual expense, A380 cost 10 times more, $29,000. So this is, to maintain this per hour, you pay $3,000. To maintain this, it's $30,000 per hour. So that is what none of the airline companies realized, and that is where A380 was the biggest mistake in terms of revenue. See, this is what the problem is. Whenever you have new inventions or new discoveries, you have everyone speculating only the positive stuff. This is one of the biggest problems with companies, with brands, and the biggest problem with Dubai. Because Dubai always magnifies the plus. Our vision, we are going to build this city. So many people are going to come in. We are going to make millions and billions. Expo 2020 is going to revolutionize everything. We're going to get, from 9 million, we'll get 18 million people staying in UAE. Everything is positive. Everything is so nice. Everything is so good. But they never talk about the problems. They never talk about the challenges. They never talk of the issues. And they're always looking into the future, so much so they forget what is happening in the present. This is exactly the same problem that Dubai has or UAE has as a brand. It hypes itself with this positivity so much that it forgets to inform people, educate people, the negative side. And then the worst thing what they do is they try to sweep this under the carpet and hope that nobody talks about it. In today's day and age of social media, that is becoming impossible, which is why I've been always telling people those days, glory days of UAE are no more. So if you're looking to make millions of tax-free money in UAE, just forget it. Next one is, this one is an article by Gulf News, which says that Filipino job seekers are warned about scammers offering fake nursing jobs in Germany to triple win project. I've been telling you that, when a recession takes place, people tend to get desperate. And when they get desperate, they're looking for easy solutions. And the problem is people never use their fucking brains. They are just looking for the easy way out. There is no such thing as a fucking easy way out. And that is where you get conned. Forget this scam. There are so many people who approach me for their resumes, for their interview skills, for getting jobs. Actually, it is, if they were to put it in one line, they would just say, "Loy, I want a job. I just want a job." Fine, you want a job. I tell them about the resume. I tell them about the interview. I tell them about the process, the strategy. However, what they want to know is, "Loy, that's all. Okay, forget all that. But I want to know, if I pay you money, $157, that is for my session. That is the first step. Can you guarantee that you'll give me a job? Can you guarantee? If you can guarantee that I will get a job, guaranteed, I will pay you $157. Forget the resume. I don't care about the resume. I don't care interview skills. What the fuck are you talking then? So you want to pay me money, $157, in exchange for a guaranteed job. It's like, pay me money, I'll give you a job. It doesn't work that way, man. And this is where people, they show their true character. And the reason why these frauds work, the reason why internet marketers succeed is because greed, laziness, and wanting to take shortcuts is more appealing than wanting to do things the right way. So that is why, even though my success rate is much more higher than most of these agencies and job-seeking institutes, these monster jobs, Gulf jobs, and all that, who make template CVs, copy paste, and all the bullshit that they give you. Even though I enjoy a greater level of success, still I bump into these idiots who ask me rubbish questions, and that's why scammers are busy fleecing you, and this will never stop. This is just one of those pieces of news that will keep coming, and this will forever stay. Now let's move on to the readers updates. I have this reader who was working for Arabian Automobiles. 150 staff have been terminated, and it seems by the end of February, that is end of this month or the end of next month, you have more terminations that would be coming. And it's pretty surprising because Arabian Automobiles deals with really powerful brands in the Middle East. And this is the first time, it seems, the first time in the history of Arabian Automobiles where they're actually terminating people. I had this ex-employee of Al Hail Oryx Finance who wanted a job placement, and it seems that he was working for this company before it was owned by Abu Dhabi, by the Sheikh family. They sold it. They sold the company to Majid Al Futtaim. They purchased it from Majid Al Futtaim, and it was owned by Abu Dhabi. Before, they used to make 60 to 70 million dirhams worth of business every month. It was run by a CEO who was from Pakistan, and he made sure he bought his henchmen in various top positions. This is as per what he told me. And it seems that they were busy fleecing the company and manipulating documents and taking all the money and pocketing it. They made millions. Finally, the CEO got fired. All the Pakistani, all these henchmen and gang members got fired one by one. Finally, Oryx Corporate shut down. The entire sales team got removed one by one. It seems the portfolio of 1 billion, where they had almost a guaranteed revenue of 100 million every month, is now gone to the dogs. This is what happens when you have people with lots of money. They just want to become a global company. They employ staff and they don't get hands-on involved in it. And this is what happens, especially when you have the main guy who comes in and thinks that he can change. This is the same thing that happened with Petrofac. They had mostly Asians. They had Filipinos, Indians, Pakistanis, all together who are working hard. All of a sudden, you had this Lebanese CEO who came in and he bought in all Lebanese people because he wanted to support Lebanon. And he bought all Lebanese and Arab people speaking and terminated all the staff that had helped make Petrofac successful and grow. And ever since he came in, and within a few years, you'll never see the difference immediately. However, he bought, because of his strategic move, he bought Petrofac to the dogs. And I was there. I personally knew lots of people who were in Petrofac and saw what had happened due to rocking the boat and bringing these new changes. Then a reader sent me a photograph of Majid Al Futtaim. They showed me this photograph and I was like, why are you sharing this? He said, Tesla has closed down. When I looked at the photograph, there was only an Apple store and people eating. I was like, where's Tesla? It looks like an Apple store. So he said, the store that is closed next to Apple, that is where Tesla was, and they closed down. So if you can give me more information on this, I would appreciate. Another reader has just sent me that Wadi.com. I've not heard of that website, but it seems Wadi.com has been shut down after being purchased by Carrefour. It seems that this was using proprietary technology from Rocket Internet Group from Germany, who refused to hand over the intellectual property to Majid Al Futtaim. So no one in Majid Al Futtaim knew how to, the coding or whatever for Wadi.com, and it shut down. The reason why this is big is because it seems it was third in UAE after Souq.com. So I don't know much about Wadi.com. I know about Souq.com. So if anyone of you has information, please let me know. Then you have a reader who stated that Emirates NBD shut down 2 branches in Dubai, one in Marina area, one in Karama Shopping Center. A manager friend of his was terminated. The IT department has been informed that they're going to digitalize the entire department. and they have increased their processing fees and late payment fees. So if anyone can confirm this, it would be great. It seems that Etisalat, also the call centers, they're going to have lesser and lesser expats. They have been creating this trend where declining full-timers of expats and reducing them to part-timers. So many people have resigned because they can't manage their expenses, and they are pushing towards outsourcing. So anyone who can confirm this, Emirates NBD and Etisalat, just send me the information so that I can inform people that it's true or false. Now, this was a rather disturbing news. A guy just sent me information. Remember this, I come to know all this when you send me the information. So I encourage you to send me. He told me that there's a loophole in the system in UAE whereby if you borrow above 200,000 dirhams, you will get jailed. But if you borrow below 200,000 dirhams and you default, you'll not get jailed. You'll be called to pay a fine. And how they call you? They call you to the police station. That is, if the bank puts a case on you, you'll be called to the police station. You'll be told about the fact that you're defaulting the payment. You'll have to pay then and there itself a fine. For every 50,000 dirhams, you'll only pay 5,000 dirhams. Once you pay the fine, finish. That's it. You can wipe your hands clean and you can go home. So it seems that many people are taking advantage of this loophole in the law, whereby anything below 200,000 is not a problem. And it seems that why banks are asking for blank checks, which is illegal. They ask for blank checks because then they put 200,000 or above the amount so they can put a case on you. So he said, if you borrow below 200,000, you don't have anything to worry. You just go to the police station, pay a fine, and you can walk scot-free. But here's my logic, which I'm giving you as far as what he told me. Now, number one is, let me know if what he has stated is true or false, okay? Because I don't buy that. I don't buy into the fact that you can borrow money and you can default so easily. Because, people generally have the tendency to take advantage of rules, regulations, of loopholes and systems. That is how human behavior is. They'll always try to find out a loophole. That is why you always have hackers, no matter how perfect the system is. Even Google gets hacked, even Apple gets hacked. So people are always finding loopholes. Now, my logic, what it says is, if you try to take advantage of a law that there is in place, and whether it's a police or it's a bank or anyone knows that you did it explicitly, you will get fucked. Okay, I can assure you this much. Sorry, I got a cold. So you will get fucked. And if there's any one of you who is thinking, wow, that's a great idea, let me take 200,000 and I'll just pay the defaulted amount of 5,000, pay the fine and get a scot-free. You're playing with fire. You're playing with your life. You're risking a lot because number one, you'll get blacklisted. Number two, it's going to be a black mark on your profile, on your credit. Number three is if your calculation is wrong, you're going to get jacked. So please, whomsoever is sharing this information out there, I would say, don't think you're smarter than the system, because the system is always smarter than the individual. And last but not least, personally speaking, I always believe if you borrow money, you have to give it back. It's not right. It's not right. It's not ethical. It's not decent of any human being to take an amount and never pay it back. Whatever money I've taken, I've always paid it back. That is why I absolutely disrespect. I have no respect for individuals, even my own clients, who pay me money and then tell me, Loy, I defaulted on this one. I don't have respect for them. I don't give a fuck why you're not able to pay. You took fucking money, someone else's money, someone else's daily bread, and you fuck their happiness because of your inability or your capacity of not being able to pay back. That's wrong. If someone did that to you, you would be in pain. So it's not right that you put someone else's pain. So let me know your thoughts. Is it so easy in UAE or the Middle East or anywhere to just take a loan and not pay? Just go to the police station, pay 5,000 and you can walk scot-free. Is it so easy? I would like to know your thoughts. So like I said, guys, this is another edition. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't like it, thumbs down. Put your comments. I always read them. And if you have any news, anything to share with me, please send it to me via my email or my WhatsApp. The details are put down below. And like I always say, I'll keep it confidential. And if you'd like to support the channel, please do so. So this is Lloyd from LloydMessenger.com signing off for now. Take care.